Today is a celebration of 30 remarkable women who are shaping sustainability in their own fields and communities. And we are really happy to share this moment with all of you. So, yes, celebration emojis are really, really welcome here. What I would like to do is to share a little bit about how this power list came to life. And it all started with a shared vision between Maria Flouda and myself. We both felt that we had a need to bring visibility to women who are already driving sustainability work in very, very meaningful ways. Sometimes quietly, most of the times, I would say without recognition, but always with real impact. And it took us 7 months to bring this to where it is today between life and work. 7 months of shaping the purpose, defining the criteria, setting up the nomination process, and reading every submission with absolutely deep care. And we did receive about 80 plus nominations, and every one of them represents commitment and contribution. And then from those, 30 women were selected, recognized equally, but with no rankings. And our selection process followed the framework that we have shared in the official power list documents. And I want to lay this out clearly so everyone knows what that was. The Women's Sustainability Power List recognizes women who have significantly contributed to sustainability across environmental, social, and governance dimensions, as well as in innovation and influence. It also expands the definition of sustainability to include contributions from various areas, so like business, finance, education, healthcare, law, engineering, media, arts, policy, community leadership, and more. So we try to be very, very inclusive. Each nominee demonstrated measurable impact in at least one of these areas. So we had environmental impact. That category focused on climate action, circular economy, biodiversity, green innovation, or resource efficiency. Then we had social impact, contributions to gender equity, human rights, education, community development, DEI, or well-being. And then we also gave it to governance and ethical leadership. That is responsible business practices, workplace sustainability, ethics, policy influence, or regulatory impact. And the last one was innovation and influence. And that meant new solutions, thought leadership, or initiatives shaping sustainability across industries. It is important to say that it was these pillars that guided every step of the review process. And something that became really clear as we looked across the nominations is just how incredibly broad sustainability really is. That it is not limited to one title or one field. It is a collection and a collected effort shaped by many, many types of expertise. And that is what we have here today. The recognition for this power list includes today's gathering, which is being recorded and will be used publicly. So it will be published on YouTube and other places. An official online publication that many of you have received. But Rikik, if you could share a link to it in the chat, please, that would be really, really good. There will also be continued visibility through Lean and Equity and Sustainability's platforms. There is no ranking and no financial award. The focus is recognition, visibility, and a deep connection between us. So today, it is simply about honoring your work, acknowledge the contribution that each and one of you is making, sometimes in big public places and space, and sometimes, perhaps majority, quietly within organizations and communities. So we're really, really happy that you are here, and we are really delighted to celebrate you. So I want to hand it over to you, Maria, if you can share a bit more of what has taken place.
Yes. Hi everybody. Thank you, Rita. And I think Rita has covered most of the.
Uy, I lost you, Maria. I think can you unmute again?
Yes, sorry. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So how this awards came in life is because me and Rita we have a few discussions around how the awards are happening in different media companies and in LinkedIn.
Oh, you're muted again.
Um, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I was saying, just give me a second because I have a problem with my. Okay. So we had a lot of discussions with Rita regarding the awards and how the different awards are taking place and how they're managed in LinkedIn or in different other uh, media channels. And we were both very frustrated, I would say, about how we have to put a price for a woman or an individual to have to pay to enter a competition. To enter a competition. So we don't even know, if this award is going to take place. And then the second part is how can you fit the impact and the the value that these women specifically add in the ESG space or in the impact place, because we have redefined what sustainability means for specifically for these awards. In 3 people or 4 people or 10 people or how many people that will take one award. So this was actually a discussion that took, us to a level where we said, okay, we are fed up with all these awards that we have to pay, and we have to be specific to 3 or 4 or 5 people. We're gonna make a power list that with the women that we will include in there in this cohort, because this is gonna go on and on, it's not gonna stop here. We will put together as much impact and as much power that we can in order to elevate as many women as possible, because all of us women in any sector that we are, even the ones that we're not in a professional capacity at the moment or the ones that are taking a break, we create so much impact for the people and for the planet, which is all what sustainability is about, that we all deserve to be nominated or to nominate ourselves to be in this power list or in any other power list that exists. So this is how this concept came in mind. And I want to express my gratitude to all of you for nominating yourselves, or whoever nominated the nominees as well that nominated the women in this list. And this is what we are what is our soul and our core in Lean Inequity and Sustainability Network. We want to empower women. We want women to be visible. We want to democratize opportunities for women. And there's a lot of women out there that they feel that they're not sufficient, or they're not good enough, or they're not doing a lot of things. We want women to take the step to nominate themselves, to say that, yes, I create impact. Yes, I did this. I deserve this. So I'm really happy that we're here now, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and hearing your introductions and many more impactful collaborations and engagements that we can have. That's for me.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Maria. And we're going to go over to introduce the nominees and those on the lists that have been selected. These are the 30 that has been selected from the 80 plus that came in. Before I go over, I see, Nadia, that you have your hand raised.
Yes. But I was just looking at, the LinkedIn, what do you call page about, that you have created. And I don't know if it's something you're going to talk later on, during the session, but I wanted to find out if it was possible that, some of us or most of us could share, an article with a few photos, about anything on the environment or social or governance or whatever impactful, work they do in the country, to put it into context, so we know, and will know what each of us, does in their respective, environment, context, country or whatever. And in
Absolutely.
terms, and that will give us not only visibility for the rest of the world, but visibility between us
Yeah.
in terms of, potential synergies. Because if we're working on the same kind of programs, but in different countries, that would be, and share the best practices, case studies, successes, etc. So that
Yes.
would be, not only, I think it would be very powerful. I know
Yeah.
you like the word, powerful and impactful, and it's, I'm sure that, some of us have something to say and something to share that can be reused. It's no need to reinvent the hot water if someone else has done something fantastic in another country.
Yeah, thank you, Nadia. Thank you for bringing that up. Absolutely. We will talk a bit about that. As you can see, Nadia is the board chair, and as you can see, Maria is the co-chair, and I'm the co-founder of Lean Equity and Sustainability. Forgot to put that in there. Absolutely, we're going to share that as well, what we're using the LinkedIn form, because we want to really create impact, and the impact is done through you. It is not through us organizing it. It is through you. So thank you, Nadia, for leaning into that and sharing it. So with that, now what we're going to do is to go over and introduce the first batch, so to speak. We want to bring in, in the first instance, 7 women, one by one. I will announce the name, and then I want you to unmute. And what we would like from you is that you're giving yourself a couple of minutes. You share your name, you share maybe your role and your location, but share what you feel is important in the arena of sustainability work and what you see is going to be important for you going into 2026. So I have the list on my phone here. Let me have a look. So I would like to ask Nada Wasim. Nada Wasim, if you can unmute. Hopefully you are here. Let me see. Again. Let's see here. It's one of those things. It's not that easy. Let me see. Wasim. Okay, well, then I will go to the next one. Maybe she is late. Shamini Harrington. Shamini. Okay, well, right. Tandeka Gomezulu. Are we selecting all the ones that has not confirmed? I believe these are the ones that had confirmed. Okay, well, I'm moving on to the next one. Sam Gomo. Okay, wow. Pumzile Kosa. You have to excuse me if I'm pronouncing the names different here.
Yeah, Fumzile is here. I can see her.
Who was here?
Fumzile is here.
Okay.
I can see her. She's
Yeah. I'll ask to unmute. Okay, well, if she's not ready, then we'll move on. We'll come back to her. Nicola Waxstill. Yes. Woo! I feel like I just won the game.
Okay. Thank you, and thanks for the recognition. So yeah, my name is Nicola Wagstiel. I am the Regional Sustainability Manager for Middle East and Africa for a packaging manufacturer called SIG, and I'm based in Dubai. My key impact areas of my work is actually building circular systems for mainly beverage cartons across the MEA region, from driving, recycling infrastructure and EPRs, extended producer responsibility frameworks, to enable low carbon, let's say next generation packaging solutions, also including a sustainable portfolio, bringing this into the region. I think this area matters really deeply in our region because waste systems are at a critical point, and we need to ensure that these packaging doesn't go to landfill, so it's properly recycled. And many countries are designing their first EPR laws, so or legislations expanding recycling capacities, and looking for models to create green jobs, which we have done in Egypt, for example, and also while reducing environmental pressure. By developing local collection and recycling ecosystems and facilitating closed loop systems in Egypt, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, and beyond, we're not only reducing waste, we also enable entire value chains and toward regeneration and climate resilience. For 2026, I hope to accelerate true circularity for complex packaging in Middle East and Africa, ensure that the beverage carton is recognized as and collected and recycled at scale, and sustainability becomes commercially relevant and not like a side initiative. And my goal is to demonstrate that circular solutions can be locally built, are economically viable, and also can transform communities. So I'm really grateful to be part of this group of 30 women, and I hope to learn from all of you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Nicola. And what a focus and what a dedication, and how exciting it's going to be to pay attention and follow you going forward. So thank you for sharing. Next one up is, again, hopefully you are here, Liselle Coombs. Liselle Coombs. I can see, yes, beautiful, Liselle. Can you get on camera?
Yes, I'm trying. There I am. Hi. Thank you, everyone. And what a privilege and honor it is for me to be here. I'm sorry I don't look as smart and professional as the rest of the ladies because I've literally just come out of the field. I am a social anthropologist, and I've been leading an organization in South Africa working in rural communities. We do research in our rural communities here in South Africa, and then help the renewable energy organizations or companies, rather, like the wind farms and the solar farms. So anyone in renewables, we help them to design programs that are really suited for our rural people, and help them to create economic activity in those communities and improve everyone's lives, and hopefully some long-term sustainable impact in those communities. So that's what I do for a living, and I've literally just come out of one of the communities, and I didn't have enough time to to change. So here I am. I think for me, the most important part of being part of such a network as this, where there's so many powerful women around, is I really think that the future of women in the sustainability sector really just helps us to stay included and to lead. Because, you know, so many young girls don't see enough role models of women especially in the communities. I'm speaking from a place of where I am. And I think that when we can network like this and learn from each other from our different places in the world, it just empowers me specifically to just take some of the messages back home and into the communities where we can better educate and become co-creators rather than just being passive beneficiaries of these things. And our solutions then just become so much more resilient and more impactful. So I'm really committed to what I do, and I feel very a lot of gratitude to all of you. And thank you very much for including me in this. And it's lovely to meet all of you, and I'm fascinated by all your stories. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisel. And how amazing to hear you just returned from field and you are dedicated to show up here and celebrate together with us. And again, congratulations. Thank you. Then Maya Sarkasti. Maya Sarkasti.
Maya Czajasti.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Maya.
very difficult surname, and even in Poland they have a problem with pronunciation, so don't worry. So, hi everybody. I'm Maya Czajasti Zybert. I have second surname also. So, I'm from Poland, and every day, like, I'm working like attorney at law in the biggest private energy company in Poland. And we are the first energy company, which are really on the way of green transformation and decarbonization, because we closed all our coal mines, and right now we have only wind farms and solar panels. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing every day with ESG. So I think I wrote all politics, social, environmental politics for our company. So this is what I'm doing like every day. But I can say about myself that I'm woman of many missions, because I'm also the member of Polish Committee of World Energy Council. And I can say, because I'm very proud, because I'm co-creator of the biggest unpaid mentoring program for women and women students in energy sector. It calls Energy is a Woman. And we are just closed our list, and we have like 120 girls and women professional students in our mentoring program, and we are starting with this program in 2006. So it will take half a year, but I'm very proud of this because it's completely unpaid, and we have all mentors. We have like amazing mentors, and they just trust us that it will be amazing program. So this is what I'm doing, but also I'm building bridges. I'm building bridges and connection between things which are for first sight like completely different. So I'm neuro device proud woman, and I got my diagnosis 3 years ago when I had 41. Since that moment, I'm trying to be ambassador. So I prepare some course for women and girls regarding neuro device, and I'm also talking about neuro device in motorsport, that this is not stigma, and I'm first person who start to talk about this in motorsport because I'm completely in love with Formula One. And another case is that I'm fighting for water. I know it's strange, but I'm also in the Polish committee, which are right now working on changes to the national Dove plant in Poland. So I'm trying to show that we don't have a water and we need to fight for water. And when we are talking about AI, motorsport, we need to talk about water because it's going to be worst. So I can say also that I'm proud of myself because I will take a part in the first racetrack conference in Qatar next year, where I will have my own panel where I will talk about water and racetracks. So I'm very happy of this. And I'm also involved in mentoring program when I'm a mentor, like AFBE in UK for STEAM students from unrepresented communities. And I'm also a part of Energy, which is the non-profit organization for African young energetic people, next generation, and we are going to start next year. So I'm building bridges like between everything. So next year is supposed to be for me very, very intense, but I can say that I made this decision 1 year ago that I would like to change something, have an impact, give people reflection, just to think and stop for a second. And I'm proud of this because I made this, and I think the next year, but it will be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maya. Good to see you again. We had the pleasure of having a fantastic call not too long ago. Remarkable work, and what a capacity to hold so many things. Really celebrating you. Okay, so next one up is, Seneca or Seneca Cottam.
Seneca. You got it right the
Seneca.
first time. Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for selecting me for this honor. I'm Seneca Cottam. I'm head of sustainability for Ashaya Group, which is based in Kuwait, and I lead ESG strategy across 17 countries for some of the world's most recognizable brands like H&M and Starbucks, and now most recently Primark. My core impact area is integrating sustainability into operational and commercial decision making. And I do this through circular economy initiatives, waste reduction programs, and responsible sourcing programs. And I focus on building systems that reduce environmental impact and unlock value in business at scale. And this work is vital to this region because we have retail and consumer sectors that are expanding rapidly, and where we have strategic and measurable sustainability action that's needed. And we need to keep pace with regulatory change and our stakeholders' expectations, as well as the realities of where we live and the resource scarcity that we do have. In 2026, I want to influence a shift towards greater investment in scalable recovery and reuse systems that will move the GCC beyond the pilot programs that we've been seeing and into long-term infrastructure that will support the environment, and it will support economic and environmental resilience in the region. Short and sweet.
Wow, I was just clicking on the celebration to ensure that I covered it. Wow, that is very clear and succinct. Yeah, I'm excited to pop back with some further questions. Seneca, thank you so much. This is fantastic. Okay, let's move on to our one and only Nadia.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So I'm the board chair of Linen Equity and Sustainability, or co-chair with Maria. We took over Rita and Lame, which was quite something about 2 years ago. And but in my capacity, I've been working in capacity building programs and employability of people, especially women, in the energy sector. And I worked mainly in Africa on all these different programs, really focusing on the social and the governance, more than the environment, since I am an economist and not, an engineer or specialized in that environment. And yesterday, I actually signed a contract with the EU task force, which obviously has, lots of programs in Europe focused on migrants, male and female, but mostly, women migrants. And I'm going to start a new contracting or consulting work in Vilnius, Lithuania, on capacity building programs, trying to increase, the employability of these women, female entrepreneurs. And there will be programs in the renewable energy. So these migrants mainly come from the eastern countries, so from Ukraine and Belarus next door. So this is a bit of a difficult program, but it's very challenging and very interesting. I don't speak Russian. I don't know that part of the country, but I'm a project manager, and I've have a long experience in designing, these the content of these programs. But what the European project director said to me, these women need mentors. And I, would like you to focus on all these international companies based in Lithuania that could actually mentor, these female entrepreneurs. So that will be like adopt, a migrant in other terms, and try to make sure that they're well accompanied, and that they will have a strong what do you call a business plan, marketing strategy, access to market, access to finance, etc. So I'm really, really excited. So this is a strong focus on the S and on the G for the governance, because the program is not only financed by the EU, but also by two American universities, Harvard and Boston College. And I'm a graduate from an American university. So I do hope that my strength as a European, who has worked, in Africa most of her life, will be useful in Vilnius, and I already got my snow boots and my shapka ready in my suitcase. Here we are for 2026. This is, this is my challenge for January 26 onwards. And I hope that, even if it's a drop in the ocean, it's helping women, and it's helping vulnerable women.
Yeah.
And it's really dear to my heart. Thank you. Back to you.
Indeed. Thank you, Nadia. Celebrating you. A big move there to a colder area from maybe hoping for a warmer place. So thank you so much. Okay, we're going to continue. Do we have Ritnam Kaur in the room? No. Then, okay, apologies on the pronunciation here. Vanguele Manavela.
I'm here.
Hi. How do you
Hi.
pronounce the name? I have to say, it is a bit.
You were almost correct. Bahangwele. So the V is silent. The VH is kind of like the V doesn't really come out strong. It's a silence thing on my name. It's Bahangwele.
Fantastic.
But
Welcome.
Hangwi is a shorter version of my name, which is the middle part of it.
Hungry.
Thank you, and I apologize for dropping off. We had a storm here, and so it's kind of like disturbing a bit, but thank you. So my name is Bahangwele Manavela. So I'm the managing director and co-founder for Equalitas Capital, which is an ESG advisor and impact advisory service firm based in South Africa, but we work across the continent. and also the emerging markets. That's our main target. And in terms of like what we do, we offer ESG advisory service to assets owner, assets managers, and assets users as well. So we kind of like try to target the whole ecosystem so that at least we make sure that whatever the investors want, it also implemented throughout the investment spectrum kind of a thing. So we, in terms of like what do we really want, I think where we started is mainly because we have noticed that, especially in the emerging market, there has been a demand around ESG. And most of the time, you'll find that the investors will come in, do the due diligence. Later, they leave a corrective action plan, but there was a gap in terms of implementing the corrective action plan because most of the people didn't really know where to start. And they always see ESG as an additional work, not as something that they could integrate into decision making. So we really help them to make sure that ESG should be part of their day-to-day process in decision making as well. But I think looking at what we intend to do, one thing that we have tried this year and we thought maybe there's a gap, we want to focus more on helping especially the state-owned entity, well, with South Africa mainly, to start looking at ESG as a tool that they could use to address some of their challenges, especially so we look at it across environmental, social, and governance. And then we want to start working with the state-owned. We've done one this year and it was successful. And we thought it can be something that will replicate. So we are starting to talk with the state-owned to say how can they use ESG as one of the tools that can help them, especially with the governance element, which can also help address some of the challenges that they have. So I think that's me in a nutshell. And thank you very much for the opportunity to be among these incredible women as well. Thanks.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting to hear about what you're up to. And again, look forward to others in the room as well when we open it for Q&A to ask everyone questions, because we have a very broad group here coming from very different angles in the sustainability area. So thank you. Okay, so let me see. The next on the bingo. That's what I feel. Who is here? Okay, so Mushbira Yousaf.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to hear for this honor today among such wonderful ladies. I always love ladies groups. Yeah. Okay. Basically, my name is Mushbira. I work here as a sustainability officer for a manufacturing group of company. And my key area of work is integrating sustainability into manufacturing operation, like renewable energy, waste reduction, recycling, and stronger ESG practices. Not only the environmental part, I'm responsible for the social and governance part too. And they like from the 0 to 10, I have to take care about the ESG. I always love to use, instead of ESG, sustainability, because sustainability is the way of lifestyle. ESG is the tool for reporting or make it in a paper. So I love sustainability more than ESG. Yeah. My journey began with, actually, basically, I'm an electrical engineer and I was doing projects for making solar power plants. So from there, I have a eye-opening there, that is sustainability, not only to the energy, but it goes to a vast area. So I was really interested and I started my journey there. And it is not a side initiative, but transformative responsibility. I realized at that point. Why the manufacturing area, the sustainability matters is because it's a significant, it had a significant environmental, social, and governance impact, and there is a immediate positive changes also. We can use cleaner energy, reduce waste, build awareness, and we can make a better life for employees, all the stakeholders. That is a blessing for doing something good or positive for any one human being life. That is what I feel always. And we are not only improving operations, we are protecting communities and contributing to national climate goals, especially in the country which I belong to, UAE. And I look forward for 2026. This is the most close to heart part for me. I always love to move sustainability policy to culture. This is what I am trying to wish to happen in terms of it, not only in my company or in whole world. It should be a culture. I believe sustainability is a way of lifestyle. It should come from every person's inside, not from outside. Awareness is something outside, but that is happening. Soon it will come from inside, or it will be a lifestyle. And I'm really, really thank you for honoring me out of this 30 women, wonderful women. And I'm really happy I'm one of them. Yeah, and I personally have something with Rita. I go through your profile, and you had a special kid. So you are a wonderful, wonderful woman. I always hats off to you, man. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mushbira. Yes, and I speak to your angle of sustainability as well. It is an inside job to start with. To create a sustainable planet, we need to also be sustainable human beings. So thank you. And we are going to continue. I see there are more people in the room, so I might go back. The next one is Maria Heidi Jimenez.
Jimenez, yes. Hi,
Welcome.
everyone. Good morning. Thank you very much for having me. I think I'm the only one from the Latin American region. I'm based in Santiago, in Chile. I work at the World Energy Council, where my work focuses on strengthening the regional collaboration and amplifying impactful voices across Latin America and the Caribbean, North America, and more recently, Africa. In my role, I support the network, the global network, and energy leaders in navigating these regional priorities that are different in each cases, building stronger connections, and helping enabling meaningful participation in global conversations about energy transition. That's why, for me, it's very important to be here today. I'm especially passionate about creating spaces in my work where our different regions feels visible, represented, and empowered to shape, at the end, the global debate. Okay, and I also co-lead the World Energy Women Initiative, the global initiative for the World Energy Council. And our goal here is to bring forward women's leadership across the energy sector, connect diverse perspectives, and support different initiatives, okay, that reflect the real challenges and opportunities that we face in developing energy transition. For me, sustainability is not only technologies and systems, of course, is, as the World Energy Council says, it's about people, humanizing this energy transition, give a seat to all the regions and voices to influence in shaping the future of energy. I am also a mom. I have 2 kids, Antonia, 15, and Clara, 12. And next year is a special year for us at the council because we are having our World Energy Congress in Riyadh, and we are expecting to host an important event related with women. Maya is already invited because she is also part of the council. So great, and looking forward to share with you more information and to connect with you guys and to become closer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria. And do please share about the event in Riyadh, because I'm sure there are many of us that would love to participate. I'm definitely want to have a look at it. Thank
Sure.
you so much.
Thank
So,
you.
so exciting and so glad to also see you all from all over there, from me being in Norway. So you're quite far away from me and I'm far away from you, but so nice to have from Latinas as well. Beautiful. Okay, we are going to continue. This is really exciting. I'm very inspired of hearing all the stories, where you're coming from. So what we decided is that we're going to continue listening in here because that is more important than anything else that we had maybe planned. So the next that I have here is Skippe Vela.
Hi, Rita. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Šipe.
Šipe.
Close to, so it's an Albanian name. I know it's difficult to pronounce, but it's a learning session. So we're all learning about different names and backgrounds. So greetings, everyone. I'm very honored to be part of the group, to be part of the inaugural Sustainability Power List 2025. So I currently work as a program manager at the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative here in Norway, not far from where Rita is. I'm originally from Kosovo. My work is focused on the intersection of transparency, energy governance, and accountability. I lead initiatives that push for better reporting, more inclusive governance, and stronger oversight across the energy and extractive sectors. We currently have about 55 member states from all over the world, and it's usually countries that are rich in oil, gas, and minerals. At the same time, I am a chairperson of the Kosovo Women in Energy and Mining. I do volunteer work mainly through mentoring for global women and global women's network in energy transition, women in green hydrogen, and women in extractives in Kenya. The key area of my impact, or the key impact of my area of work, is strengthening transparency and citizen trust in how natural resources and energy decisions are made. That means that ensuring data are open, institutions are accountable, and communities, especially women and marginalized groups, have access to information and a voice in decision making. This matters because the energy transition cannot succeed if it is built on opacity or inequality. Many countries are moving through their most complex shift in decades, the decarbonization process, the market reforms, introduction of new technologies that are more environmentally friendly, and they need investment. Without transparency, the reforms will not be complete. Without inclusive participation, policies will become disconnected from public needs. And without women inclusion, the transition will lose talent, will lose perspective, and also legitimacy. One shift I hope to influence in the year to come is embedding gender-responsive transparency into major energy processes, from planning and budgeting to implementation and monitoring. Not as an optional annex or a donor requirement, but as a core feature of how the sector operates. And I believe if we achieve that collectively, energy transition will not be only faster and more credible, it will also be fairer and more sustainability for everyone. This is my story briefly, and again, I'm happy to virtually meet you all.
Thank you so much. And I thought it was something familiar with the name. Of course, you're in Oslo. I think we have been connected on Instagram. I think we had some. So thank you. I'd love to connect with you. Thank you so much. Now we have Olamide Efusa Austin. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's a joy to be here. My name is Olamide Efosa Austin. I sit as Director at Tech for Good Africa. I also sit on the World Energy Council as well, the Future Energy Leaders. Hi, Maria, and yes, we're gearing up for the session in Riyadh next year. Last year we had it at the Netherlands, and it was mind-blowing. I remember returning from that and I almost couldn't sit still. So our general secretary is very prolific. She's a woman as well, Angela Wilkinson, if you've ever looked her up. And she kept speaking about literacy. And for me, it sort of gave language to one of the things at my core. So at my core is teaching, because what you don't know, you can't grow it, and what you don't know, you also can't own it, right? So sustainability cannot be shared if it's just the leaders doing it. If everyone doesn't recycle their PET bottles at home, if everyone is not ready to make that move and say, you know what, okay, let me consider an hybrid vehicle, even if I don't know everything about it, but I know enough to take those little steps. So last year at Tech for Good Africa, we had the first ESG in tech training session. It was free. We had about 2,000 people sign up, over 50 countries. We were awed at how much people were interested in that. We had a faculty, about 16 people, came up with capstone projects, invited some of our friends from the World Energy Council to also judge the 5th week. So it was 5 weeks, it was virtual. And you could see that knowledge gap that a lot of people hear about sustainability, but not many people can own it as their own. And that place of ownership really, for me, is such a big deal. Because if everyone thinks back as to how did I even get in on sustainability? Because when we were probably in uni, it wasn't the biggest talk, right? So going into 2026, we're already gearing up for ESG in Tech 2.0. So working with the UNCCF here, and just the pledges that each country is making to, oh, this is our decarbonization agenda. This is what we want to do on net zero. But how does everyone get in on it, right? So by next year, we'll go in again for a 2.0 with the boot camp, and now actually raise green leaders. So they won't just do the capstone project. We're reaching out to our collaborators, partners, get these people grants and really move the needle. The other thing we had was the International Women's Day event. We ran that this year as well, and then we'll run it next year. This time hybrid, just empower the women. Earlier this year, they got laptops, just so they're digital, they're reducing their footprints with a few things. And then the entire ecosystem really around tech, balancing that together. So those are some of the front burners for me for 2026. And in the corporate sense, I see it as lead for business performance in Africa's largest energy company. And we never used to have a sustainability report. So for the first time, we've got it. Okay, well, we probably might need to cut that out by the time this goes public. Okay, but I'm happy that, we have documentation to get that ready, get it public, up until the MD signing off to say, okay, this is what our footprint is. And as a way of transparency, this is how we want to work at it. And a special shout out to Seneca, Shipe, Mujbira. Who else do I have here? So we had this session. I spoke with Rita. Sorry. My mom was I spoke with Rita about the LinkedIn training series, and we had something on that for 2 weeks, and it was really great just collaborating with everyone. So I look
Thank
forward
you
to so
so
much more.
much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm only mindful of the time. It's so interesting to hear everything, and we need to get together to hear more. So thank you, Olamide. This is fantastic. And we're going to move on to the next one. That is Olivia Solange. I can see you. Hi, Olivia.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. I am Olivia Zagare Congo. In my name is mistake. I send you a letter to tell you there is a mistake. Can I speak French or English?
You are on
You are
mute.
muted.
I think the majority are English speakers. However, we can listen to you in French and then we can record or we can use chat to translate. So it's your choice. If you can speak the English, it would be great.
I can speak?
If you could do it in English, it would be fantastic.
Yes, okay. I prefer to speak French because I speak well French than English.
Do it in French. Do it in French. Those who
Yes.
understand French Nadia will understand. And we can watch the recording and we can translate it. So mind you,
Okay.
you have 2 minutes.
Ok, thank you. Merci beaucoup. Je suis Madame Congo Solange, je suis enseignante à l'université. Malheureusement, mon anglais dans les énergies renouvelables aussi, et parce que j'ai une entreprise et un centre de formation. Et en ce sens que j'impacte positivement vers l'équité en énergie parce que ça booste davantage les jeunes filles. Et ce que j'ai dit dans mon call, et il faut être une transformatrice leader en genre parce que la femme est la première à utiliser l'énergie, donc c'est à la femme aussi de faire ses preuves. Et je suis d'accord on utilise les matériaux locaux pour développer l'énergie. Pas de grandes énergies, mais des énergies adaptées à notre rythme de vie, comme le biogaz, les briques de base de déchets alimentaires, en passant par le CLUS. Le CLUS, c'est quoi? C'est l'agriculture, l'élevage, l'eau, l'énergie qui sont en lien. Voilà. Donc, je suis contente aussi d'être parmi les femmes impactantes, malgré mon handicap en anglais, parce que cela me permettra de me repositionner sur le plan social, surtout sur le plan professionnel, mais aussi de booster davantage mes sœurs et confrères qui ont peur d'embrasser une filière soi-disant réservée aux hommes. Parce que chez nous, au Burkina, je viens de Burkina Faso, chez nous, au Burkina, il n'y a pas tellement beaucoup de femmes qui sont dans le domaine des énergies renouvelables parce que c'est comme si c'est réservé aux hommes. Donc, c'est quelques rares femmes et je crois que nous pouvons être des mentors pour nos jeunes sœurs à venir. Merci.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Nadia, for sharing some translation for us. Olivia, thank you so much. Beautiful to listen to French, and I will translate it properly in my chat. We will continue, and now we have, let's see, let me see, that was Emma Marie Blanche Cantiono. Is Emma here? No. Then I will go back.
She's on mute. Yes, she's on mute.
Please.
Okay. Yes, there you are, Emma. If you unmute. Oh, it's always difficult on the phone. What we can do is I can go to the next one and then just try and we can figure it out. Okay, let's see here. The next one is, we have to go back on the list here again. So do we have Nada Wasim? No. Shamini Harrington? No. Tandeka Gumezulu? No. Sam Gomo? No. Pumsil Kusa, I see you're here. Pumsil? Okay. Okay, I think that is it. Is someone here
We
that
have Elaine. Elaine, or she's not.
Ellen?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, yeah,
Hi,
hi.
Elaine.
Hi, Ellen. Ellen is visiting us. You're joining in to listen.
Yes.
Okay.
And very much into sustainability as well. We had a great conversation. So I'm delighted to see you here, Ellen, from Italy. So I see Emma is trying to get back in. So let's see if that works. Emma, could you try again? Emma, I can see that you logged back in again. Welcome to the world of technology. I mean, but it's still amazing. I mean, we all here because of technology, so we we have to expect something to not necessarily work. Okay, I will wait for Emma to get herself unmuted on camera. I would also like to ask, is there someone in the room that I have not called upon? Because now it's been a bit difficult on following the lists. Okay, well, it seems that we have been able to go.
Please, Emma, have a problem with your connection.
Okay, so Emma is trying
Yes.
to connect. She has a problem with
I
it.
just called her.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that means that we have come through and we have listened to all of you. And I would love to open the floor for questions and conversations that we can do across and to get to know each other also more. And for those of you who can be on camera, it's nice to be able to see and to feel that we're in the same room. I also understand that it might be difficult. We might be in the middle of work. There's a lot of things happening. Maria, I would love to give the word over to you and ask what are some of the reflections you might have?
Yes, let me change my speaker again. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So first of all, I just wanted to make a little bit of introduction of me as well, because I jumped in and I don't know if people know what I'm doing and where I am. So I am Maria Flouda, and I'm based in the UAE, so in Abu Dhabi specifically, for the last 20 years. And I am into ESG. I have my own sustainability advisory company, which is called Sustainability Switch, and I advise companies here in the UAE specifically of all aspects of ESG, including reporting, including strategy, KPI, capacity development, and of course a big advocate of ESG, heavily involved and in love with lean inequity and sustainability for the past 3 years that they came in my way, and I'm very grateful for that. Super humbled and amazed that I'm in the same call with you today, and for me it's the first time that I meet all of you, basically, except Nadia and Rita and Rekik that are on the call. And I'm looking forward to exploring further and see if we can connect. I want to give a little bit of an overview of what's coming next and things that we could do before we jump into conversation in order to save time for the end. So basically, it is a platform for collaboration. So the power list and the nomination is just it's the beginning. As we see, there's a lot of collaboration already in this group of us that we are here, and would be happy to facilitate or to support or to lead or to co-lead any type of collaboration that you see fit in order to create a larger impact. So the more of us, the better. I mean, the more power we have. So we are here to support and collaborate We have already created a LinkedIn page that will be there it's inaugurated, and I've shared it in the group, which you can all be following the actions from now on. But basically, this LinkedIn page and our existing Lean Inequity and Sustainability page is there to amplify you and all the women that are part of this network and part of this power list. So as a next step, we have a platform there. So Rita created this amazing template of video that can give you an idea. Similarly to what you presented here today, you can record it and we can share it in our platforms, and you can be more visible and gain more support in what you do and recognized and add more people to your network. So we would be delighted if you can share a video for us. We're saying video because people are more engaged when it is visual. Otherwise, like an introduction on an article or an email or a piece of paper is great, but probably it will not reach the right, it will not have the right reach. So, but also internally as well, we would be grateful to receive exactly what Nadia proposed before, to have the what you're working on and what you're looking to collaborate on and how people can support. And if you have identified somebody from this power list that you haven't asked for, you can share it in the group, or I'm sure people, if they give the consent first, you can approach them to request for support or help. We have a lot of things that we are working on with Rita on the background of this list, but we would like now, after I'm finished now, I don't have 30 seconds left, if you can share with us, how do you see this platform for collaboration, if you have any ideas that you want to share, if something comes to mind. So if you can raise your hand and we can take the conversation from there.
Yeah, let's have that sink a bit, because I can also do my introduction. So if you think about the question Maria just shared, and raise your hand, and I will share a bit of myself as well. So I also completely forgot to introduce myself, taking for granted that everyone knows who we are. So my name is Rita Hausken. I am from Stavanger, Norway. I am the co-founder of Lean Inequity and Sustainability together with Lamever. And my company name is Sustainability. What I do is to look at the sustainability angle on the inside, basically really leaning in that it is an inside job for all of us in order to create sustainable solutions on the outside. I am so inspired being in this room because I do not have your technical background. I do not sit in the same levels that you are. However, what I do is that I sit together with leaders of this world, female leaders, who are debating what are the best sustainable solutions for them to use going forward in their organizations and the impact that they're having in the world. So for me to actually tap into the resources that I see in this room and to be able also to share it with some of my clients who are really looking for solutions is such an honor. And I'm looking forward as well to see how we are evolving. I want to mention one more point. We have a beautiful network here. If any of you have an idea of a topic that you would like to have an event on, let's say you have a topic, something that you will have a virtual event, practice that, bring it into a safe space. I would love to hear from you, because what we do is to ensure that you are given the visibility. We have the platform, and sometimes we want to practice and discussing a topic that might be very different to what the rest of the world is thinking about in a room of equals that comes from the space of thinking sustainably. So if you want to have an event with us in the room, please let me know and we will make it happen. So with that, I will open the room back again. Except from, no, Emma is back in the room. I would like to hear from you first. Are you able, Emma, to unmute now? Okay. You can unmute in the middle of it, so we know that you're actually here and we can hear you. Any ideas that came up as Maria was talking? And I'll hand it back to you, Maria.
Yes, any ideas of collaboration? Also, what I forgot to mention is that we have different WhatsApp groups depending on the region. And we have a general WhatsApp group as well for the Lean Inequity and Sustainability group, which is much wider than the Powerless group that we created to facilitate logistics and coordination for this cohort. So we will share these two links in the group. Please be mindful that these links are safe spaces only for approved and verified profiles and people that are want to be part of the group, just to avoid any unpleasant surprises. So we will share this with you. We will share one for the UAE network and one for our global WhatsApp network. It's up to you if you want to click and be a part of this WhatsApp group. We will remove it afterwards. So then please do not forward it to any other groups, etc., just to preserve this safe space that we have created for women to speak to openly and to be a safe space to express our challenges, opportunities, celebrations. Yes. So we want to hear from you more now. So please raise your hands. We have 13 minutes left in our call. We would like to hear more from you.
Sorry.
Nadia. Nadia raised her hand.
Yes, just to go back to what I said about, sharing the best practices and some of the successes, on the either on WhatsApp or on the LinkedIn, page. Since, I spoke about my own, journey starting in January in the Eastern European, if anyone comes from that area, and can share maybe some information, I would be, very happy because that would probably, help me a lot in understanding the culture. And, they're all women, there will be women, most women, but that would be fantastic. We would be speaking women to women, on a one-to-one. But then there will be that cultural, thing. So if anyone from that part of the world, if they can share, I would, be very happy and very thankful, and thank you. But it is a great initiative. Thank you again, Rita and Maria. And I think for this ESG, it's so important. And there's so much we can do, so much we can share, so much that we can learn from each other. Thank you again.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you, Nadia. Maria?
Yes, well, thank you again for this invitation. I feel really honored to be here, and I have a lot of energy to do things, and I to see many people from different places. I was wondering if you are planning to have periodic meetings, because all of us are very busy, but I think it's important to get in touch periodically in order to catch up. Are you planning that? My apologies, but I arrived late because I was in another meeting. Maybe it was already asked.
Yes, so we will be using the WhatsApp that we have for communication. If there is appetite and there is a specific initiative that we want to discuss or we want to put on a table, we're more than happy to facilitate discussion for the people that are interested always. And yes, there is intention to do that. So we can talk about it and define something more specific around it, and then we can organize a follow-up calls and coordination meetings, etc.
Super. Thank you very much.
I would like quickly to speak to that what would be fantastic is that when you come with an idea going forward, pop it in the WhatsApp group, because then we can say, yeah, we see that there is an appetite for a particular topic. So it's, in addition to meeting as a group and sharing, it is actually also really tailored and focused, because the work we're all doing here is just so important that every single meeting we're having is very intentional. So please go ahead and share any topics. And I also think, do not think about, does everyone understand the topic? No, actually, it's even better if somebody is introducing something that we've never heard of, because now we're also educating on the platform.
Also, since we are all in ESG now that it came to my mind, I don't know, because you mentioned Riyadh, so we are having a big sustainability conference here in Abu Dhabi in the UAE next month in January. I think it's 13 to 12 to the 15th. So I will be around and active in that conference. And I'm sure my other colleagues here from the UAE will be there. So we can also connect in the WhatsApp group to see who is coming and how we can, connect. And we use the groups accordingly for that as well. So today was Finance Week here. I'm in Abu Dhabi. We had a big Finance Week. We connected with a lot of members of lines. So it's an ongoing thing. So we meet each other on different parts of the world, but definitely we should have something organized as well. Like an initiative or something we can work towards and look forward towards.
I also
Super,
I want to make sure of one thing before everyone pops off, actually. I would love to have a photo. Like, I want to use, I was supposed to do that with the whole group, but everyone, well, not everyone, but some people has disappeared. So for those of you who can, get yourself on camera, smile to the camera, and let's see, well, let's do, let me see, I will widen this one. Sorry, 1 second. And we will have a different gallery view. Beautiful. One more. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. Thank you. Now I did that.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you.
Thank you.
So anybody else? Any last? Yeah, so from just if you get a chance, during the holiday festive season, if you want to see how is yourself in video, like I said to Rita, I'm gonna try and do one myself, because I don't really like seeing myself in a video, but I will make an effort. Especially she sent already the prototype, so I will try and follow the script, and maybe we can have an updated script from Rita for the one that we can publish online as well, which would be great, because it gives a chance as well for us to be able to present ourselves and what we do. Not all of us are so camera friendly, so I think it would be a great exercise to do over the holiday. Rita, if you can facilitate us with that script, it would be amazing.
I will definitely do that. Easy,
Yeah,
just follow
excellent.
it. And if you free flow, you free flow. Yeah.
Perfect. So anything else from your side, Rita? I think
No, I think we are there. And this recording, of course, for those who haven't been here, they will also watch this. I will go through it. I will see if something needs to just be edited out, if there are so to reduce the time, and then we will actually share it. So we will have a YouTube link that can be shared as well. And there is a lot of power in what you have been sharing in the room today. Really a lot of power. Personally, I'm very excited to go back and re-watch and re-listen to it, because one of the issues when you are facilitating and you're trying to listen, and it's like, sometimes I miss something, but I feel the energy from the room. And that is, for me, really important, because sustainability comes from the energy that we're bringing into each other. And I feel that. So I'm celebrating us all here today.
Yes, thank you, Rita. And also to mention that please do share in the WhatsApp group what you're doing, what you are working on, because it's really important for all of us to know, to be informed. And again, the WhatsApp groups are voluntarily, there's nobody needs to stay there if they're overloaded with WhatsApp groups and they feel, they don't have any more space, for any more WhatsApp groups. But if you do, we're more than happy to receive, to see what you're doing, where you're active, where are you going, and share, this value with us, basically.
Maya.
And Maya.
Yes, because because I was thinking about initiative, and I know that I'm telling so late, but I just remember that I wrote on our WhatsApp that I had the idea that maybe we can do something together because of climate change and how is fueling gender-based violence against women, and make maybe some kind of initiative like this, because nobody is talking about this, how climate changing is impact to women regarding all over the world, and there is no reflection regarding this. And maybe because we are from all over the world, we can do something together, like, I don't know, initiative to start to talk about this, to start to write about this, because this is something completely unknown and climate is changing, and I think it also be like in ESG. So maybe I wrote about it in first one October on our WhatsApp, so that maybe we can think about, I don't know, strategic and global collaborative initiative on addressing gender-based climate violence and elevating women like central of climate resilience and peace, because I think it's important in this moment. Thank you.
Hi, Maja.
Yes,
I have
Maria.
something
Yes,
to say.
Maria.
Yes, super short because we are running out of time. From our perspective, and I think from the World Energy Council where I work, we can see at the time we have 9 programs around the world of women in energy, but we really would like to think and talk together about how we can together shape the future energy systems. We know there are lots of other topics, literacy, mentorship, but it is sometimes difficult to sit down and to think how in small details, in small actions, in small initiatives, we can really help to support and to shape the future of energy and this energy transition. So I would say I would love to have that conversation in the future. Thank you.
Great. Both very valid and very critical topics on the climate change and energy transition, or energy addition, as recently they're calling it. So that would be really interesting to have something around that. Okay, so we already got 2 ideas, so that's great, Rita. It's homework, and we can see what we can do from the new year, or if we can start something or thinking of something, during the end of 2025. So I think we're almost at the end. So I just want to thank everybody from my side, and that I think the energy that we brought together now in this hour and a half is amazing. And I was kind of falling apart at the beginning of the call, but now I feel super energized. So thank you so much. Yes. Rita, back to you, and bye from me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Super mindful of the time. It's exactly on time. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Unmute, send some energy and some love into the room so we can hear each other and say goodbye, and we'll stay in touch over WhatsApp. So let's hear you all. I want to hear the voices.
Bye,
Gracias.
ladies.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.